Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to watch Life's Magical Journey. I'm Life, and this is the safest space for us to learn, grow, and share our experiences when it comes to our spiritual journey and our spiritual practices. So, as you're watching the video, please don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments. If you're not an English speaker, please leave your comment in your language and I will translate it and be able to get back to you. All right, everyone is welcome to comment. And we also have our own Facebook group. So if you are interested in joining us on Facebook, if you have Facebook, go ahead and join us there. You can find the link to it at the top of the comment box or in the video description. So in today's video, I thought we might unpack the question, what makes spiritual people curse so much? I don't know about you guys, but since I've been more engrossed in the spiritual community the last year and a half, 2 years, I found that spiritual people cuss a lot. Now, I just thought it was interesting enough for us to go ahead and discuss here on the channel. I did a little bit of research and found a few interesting studies on it myself, and I want to give my take on it. So first, let's start out by sharing the studies with you. The first study I'm going to share is a 2009 study from Kiel University's School of Psychology. Those students proved that people who curse can withstand pain a lot longer than people who don't curse. Now, one way they came up with this conclusion is that they had about 67 students put their hands in ice cold water. The students who were saying the cuss words were able to stay in the water a lot longer than the students who weren't cursing. Now, I'm going to give my opinion on why that is at the end, okay? So stay tuned. Another study by psychologists Kristen Joy and Timothy J. proved that people who curse are more honest. They tested thousands and thousands of Facebook posts and found that posts that had little to no curse words in it were more dishonest than the posts that had curse words in it. 2018 study by the Psychology of Sports and Exercise proved that people who curse can be stronger while they're cursing. So they had people do a grip test, and they had them not curse and grip as hard as they could, and then they had those same people say curse words and try to grip as hard as they could, and they were able to come up with a little bit more strength while they were cursing. Okay, just a few studies that I found to be more interesting. I also saw studies that prove that people who curse have a better grasp of language, whether it be the English language or not. They prove that overall, people who curse are also known to be more intelligent. Now, my take on it is this. First of all, I think that spiritual people are more in tune with themselves. They could care less what people on the outside think about them or feel about them. It doesn't affect them in any type of way. So it's a sense of freedom. It's a sense that says, hey, I can curse if it's appropriate. Those same spiritual people, I feel, know when and where it's appropriate. They're not cussing just willy-nilly in church because they can. You know, they're not cursing at grandma at Thanksgiving or cussing the kids out for no reason. They are just free with their language, so they're able to pick and choose. You know, you don't talk to your homegirls the same way you talk to your pastor or your older relatives. And so that makes sense. They know that it's all about intent. So if I say F you, I almost said the real word. So if I say F you while I'm in road rage and I'm giving off a negative vibe versus I'm saying F me in the bed and I'm giving a more welcoming vibe, that's two different ways to use the same F-bomb. So for instance, let's take Gary Vaynerchuk, for example. Now, this man is always motivating and encouraging people. He spends a lot of time and energy into showing people how to be a better hustler. Like if you don't have any means of taking care of yourself, he'll show you how you can turn $1 into $35. Like this man cares about people. He also cusses up a storm. Like I saw an interview he was doing with him and a 16-year-old child, and he was still cussing like a sailor. Like he didn't care because he knows those are just words. They're all made up words, right? So he knows that and he feels a sense of freedom. So if you're going onto his posts caring anything about his cussing, don't do that because he don't care. but he's also motivating and encouraging, and he doesn't claim to be any type of spiritual as far as I know, but you can tell that he cares about people. He cares about humanity as a whole, because he's very engrossed in educating people, loving people, making sure that people know their power and know their worth. So he just does it in a very different way. He just launched a bunch of NFTs, and those NFTs were like the happy hippo or the optimistic octopus. Like, it was all stuff that was like the joyous, I don't know what it was, but all of his NFTs has something to do with being positive and being motivating. But he's still the same dude that will cuss, and he's not cussing anybody out, he's just cussing in his natural language. And so that, to me, I don't find any offense towards that, but I also don't watch his videos very often, like in front of my child. I cuss in real life. I'm not sitting around cussing like a sailor or cussing Violet out in my spare time, but I do curse. And I purposely choose not to curse on this YouTube channel because, as I've mentioned before, I have people from all over the world that watch this channel. I also have viewers that are ranging from 18 to 64. So what do I look like cursing a lot on this channel when I have an important message to get across? So I purposely choose not to curse on my YouTube channel for that reason. I also take pride in how I pronounce my words, because people who don't speak English very well are watching this channel. So I'm not as relaxed with my wording as I might be in another situation, because I want them to get the message that I'm trying to get across. So guys, that was my take on it, and I'm happy to share that little bit of research with you guys. If you guys have any opinions on this, please leave it in the comments and let's dissect it further. I'm also thinking about going live right here after this, so we'll see who is able to jump into that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this video ready for you guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I appreciate each and every one of you, and as usual, I'll see you next time.